Hey viewers, it's been a while since I used a proper text-to-speech generator in a video, but I will do this style of video more often in the future. With that being said, the premise of this video is to elaborate on the animal I made for Gojacenter's hybrid war. And before anyone says anything, yes, I know the submissions have already closed, and I already submitted my animal, but I made this video to just elaborate and go into full detail on the animal that I created. Without further ado, let's get started. To make an animal capable of beating the Indominus 2.0, which is the premise of the whole hybrid war in the first place, we need to understand what the Indominus 2.0 is. The Indominus Rex 2.0 is a creature made by Gojacenter which is supposed to be a more powerful and deadly version of the basic Indominus Rex, with shorter limbs enhanced with 8 genomes and saurophaganax claws, jaws enhanced with the northern short-tailed shrew and many more. It was made to exterminate all existing life on Isla Nublar, and even had the potential to turn into a global extinction event due to the 8 genome bridging the gaps between disease barriers into humans. Our new hybrid will be made to solve all of these problems and leave no mercy for the 2.0, and even use fewer genetic contributors than the Indominus, 8 as opposed to 9. So let's start it. Our hybrid will be one with 2 base genome sets, a primary and a secondary. The primary genome base will be Mother Nature's Tyrannosaurus Rex. Using another carnivore against another carnivorous animal will provide swifter killing since the 2.0 is actively being hunted as opposed to a herbivore where it can be avoided. The T-Rex provides the perfect base, being the largest carnivorous dinosaur to ever walk the earth. It came equipped with killer jaws capable of crunching with 6 tons of force, thick skulls good for side ramming, and great agility of top of it with the ability to pivot 180 degrees on one foot, accompanied with intelligence comparable to primates, and some of the best hearing, smelling, and eyesight in the entire animal kingdom, making it the ideal pick. The secondary prime genome would be Indom's Spinosaurus. It comes accompanied with a sail good for intimidation purposes, but since it will be smaller in our hybrid it practically has no use. It also comes equipped with teeth with jaws good for gripping and holding onto animals. However, the main reason this is the secondary contributor to the hybrid would be the arms, backed by claws and muscles capable of snapping a tyrannosaur's neck, and with insane striking power, with Gojacenter themselves stating the real Spino would have striking forces up to a ton. And considering that the Indom Spino is almost more powerful in every way compared to the real thing, also having longer and thicker arms, we could be easily looking at a striking force of at least 2 tons, being a deadly weapon of mass destruction. Our third animal to be used is Sauropelta, providing a quadrupedal stance with bony osteoderms and spikes for defense. This armor would be put in segments however, to still give out hybrid enhanced agility and speed. The tail would also be provided with these bony osteoderms with more spiky protrusions than the armor, so that the hybrid can swing its tail with tremendous force. The pufferfish is our next contributor actually, but only for one primary reason, the second being discussed later on. The main reason for this seemingly lackluster animal to be a part of the genome set are these. These are pufferfish teeth, which they use to break open prey animals such as crabs. These teeth backed by the main jaws of the Tyrannosaurus Rex would quite literally pick and rip muscles and flesh, and would cut through the Indom's reinforced alligator hide like a knife through butter. However, we are not done with these jaws just yet. We will get back to them in a little bit. But on to the next animal, Skullcrawler DNA. I'm just kidding. I read the rules. The actual creature next up would be the coconut crab, one of the largest crabs on the planet. For a very interesting reason. The armored shell of the crab would also work in tandem with the Sauropelta armor, making this hybrid have one of the most reinforced hides in history while also being extremely agile and quite quick. But look at these. The claws. This end piece of the claw would act as an opposable thumb when mixed with the arms and claws of the Jurassic franchise Spino, and would give meaty and heavy arms that can still be swung quickly due to the reinforced shoulders the coconut crab also helps with. If the hybrid were to hypothetically get a hold of the Indom's arm, it's definitely going to break it completely, having one of the strongest gripping strengths, being 3,300 newtons of pure crushing force, and that's only for a 10-pound crab. Imagine that on a 10+ ton theropod. We have only 3 animals left. one of them being the turquoise killifish. This animal is selected with the only purpose of reproduction. Turquoise killifish are astonishing for the fact that besides just laying hundreds of eggs at a time, and the fact that these animals grow to full maturity in a period of only 18 days. Integrating this in our new Indom 2.0 killer would mean that even the parthenogenesis genome in the 2.0 would stand no chance against nearly 1,000 fully grown hybrid theropods in only a month. However, these fish only have a lifespan of 6 months or so, which is perfect. However, if we wanted this animal to live for decades, we certainly could. But hey Striker Man, you can't just do that. Dart. Note that Goji Center also changed certain things about their hybrid that did not come directly from a genetic contributor, such as the Indominus being able to nucleolk and having shorter hind legs. The mongoose is our second final genetic contributor, for the purpose of not only its congruency for quadrupedalism as with the sauropelta, but for also its natural immunity to diseases and venoms. According to Oxford Academic, mongoose have amazing natural immunity against viruses and rabies, to the point it can also shrug off cobra venom quite easily, making our new hybrid have the capability of staying immune to whatever disease is lurking on Isla Nubla, while it's hunting the Indominus down. Our final DNA component for our hybrid is none other than the Komodo dragon, arguably the piece that keeps it all together. It provides a reptilian build that again works with sauropelta and mongoose for being a quadruped, and even has venom sockets in its jaws. However, considering the shrew DNA in the Indominus 2.0 allows it to shrug off most venoms and poisons, it probably won't too much even if we do integrate it. We also however get a forked tongue, which can be helpful when our hybrid sniffs out the next Indominus Rex to kill. But take a look at these teeth. Why are they colored orange on the sides? Well, if you watched the Indom 2.0 video, you know exactly why. This color is iron, which basically means in effect these teeth are metal. Mix this with the already overpowered pufferfish and Tyrannosaurus bite, making our new hybrid have what is probably the most lethal bite in the entirety of fictional hybridization. Another attribute is the fact this creature can reproduce asexually without a mate, or with a mate at will. So our new hybrid will take Isla Nubla by storm. We are now ready to build and show our hybrid. This hybrid will have every capability in its genome to take down the Indominus Rex 2.0 species. It has every piece of the listed animals to cause catastrophic damage and destruction. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Indominus 2.0 killer, Archaeotyrannus simidius, the prehistoric tyrant dominator, or Gregory. Also, yes, I know this isn't the best drawing, but bear with me, I can't really draw. Anyways, this tyrant creature measures 21 feet tall, 58 feet long, and weighs about 15 metric tons fully grown. This creature is also a facultative quadruped, which means it's mostly bipedal but can switch to a quadrupedal stance if need be, making it hard to topple this creature over. This is due to the mongoose, sauropelta, and Komodo dragon DNA. This creature can also swim really well due to Spinosaurus, turquoise killifish, and pufferfish DNA, and with lighter armor this animal is still extremely agile and quite fast, being able to run at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour, and swim at almost the same speed. I also made a sequence of events for this, and since I only made one art piece, I'm just gonna let the sequence play with some Indom 2.0 clips. Here it goes. Striker HQ, after discovering this new groundbreaking technology and science, immediately got to work. They used DNA and pieces from all the required animals to create the new superspecies, Archaeotyrannus simidius. 5 were created and raised in captivity, each given their own names. A1, 2, 3, 4. But for the 5th they decided to name their largest male Gregory. They grew rapidly fast, so much so that they went from hatchlings to the size of lions in a singular day. They were highly intelligent, and taught to cooperate with each other. They were given a high-protein meat diet called HPMS, high-protein meat solution, until they were roughly 5 tons in size, then being introduced to live prey such as Gallimimus and hadrosaurs, working their way up to Triceratops once they were 10 tons. They continued this until they were their maximum 15-ton size, where they were loaded on a cargo ship and brought to Isla Nubla. They encountered Indominus 2.0 less than a day after reaching the island, but easily overpowered them due to their better comprised genome. Gregory mated with A2 and the rest gave birth on their own. raising the offspring to their full maturity. Then the lineages came. Indom 2.0 were simply not producing fast enough, and slowly they were outcompeted and hunted to extinction. The Archaeotyrannus began to fight each other for food once everything had gone extinct. The scientists were left to wonder what to do with thousands of Archaeotyrannus, but they scavenged the Indom remains to make a cure for the Indominus plague. And that wraps up the video. This video took forever to script and make, so please consider subscribing and liking to show support. Anyways, I'm tired now. Goodbye. See you whenever I decide to upload again. The next vid I make will talk about either another hybrid creation to battle Goji Guy's Vex or something else to take a break from this. Both will come however. Anyways, see ya.